It is my duty now, respectfully, to ask you to make a declaration that you will maintain and safeguard the duties and rights of the university.
I, Gyles Brandreth, hereby declare that I will duly fulfill the office of Chancellor and head of the university, and that I will faithfully endeavour to maintain and uphold the duties, dignities, and rights of the university in all things lawful and honest.
Gyles Brandreth, I install you in your chair of office as the Chancellor of the University of Chester. I express a sincere hope and wish that you may long continue to occupy it and that the university may flourish and prosper under your guidance and direction. I now invite the Chancellor to address the congregation.
Good morning. If you are wondering at this moment how I come to be here today, if you're wondering why I should be the new Chancellor of the University of Chester, if that is what you are wondering right now, then already we have something in common. I am profoundly honored, excited, and delighted to be here, and I imagine that the reason that I am is that when in the 1990s I was the Member of Parliament for the city of Chester, I was a committed champion of Chester College and its justified ambition to become a university. Nelson Mandela said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." I agree, which is why I'm very proud to be your new Chancellor. When my appointment was mooted, I made inquiries of other university chancellors and asked them what the role involved. The answer I got from all quarters was exactly the same. There is an optional extra, I was told, but essentially there are only two requirements of a university chancellor: enthusiasm and a good handshake. Well, the enthusiasm is not a problem. I am a huge and long-standing admirer of this university, of its heritage, dating back, as we've just been reminded, to the 1830s, of its mission, founded in faith to create community, to educate for service, of its ambition and its achievement. The growth in recent years has been extraordinary. On 8, coming up to 9 campuses, nearly 20,000 undergraduate and postgraduate students, up to 2,000 members of staff, a contribution to the local economy of some £400 million. Extraordinary. So I salute, of course, the Victorian founders, those remarkable individuals, that future Archbishop of Canterbury, the 2 future Prime Ministers among them. I salute the present staff, the Vice-Chancellor, the administrative team, the academic staff, every cleaner and maintenance person. Oh yes, I keep an eye on them courtesy of Twitter at UOC Facilities. #bravo. Today, in particular, of course, I salute all of you gathered here to collect your hard-earned degrees. I also salute your parents and your partners. They probably had to put up with quite a bit while you've been toiling away at the university. Perhaps this is the moment for today's graduands to offer a round of applause to their supportive families. Some, of course, may also have been making a financial contribution. I'm still working myself because over the years I've discovered that money is the one thing keeping me in touch with my children. So, I have the enthusiasm, and I hope I have the handshake too. In a moment, I will be shaking your hands, and I want you to be aware of what you're getting when that moment comes. In government, I was a Lord Commissioner of the Treasury, as the Vice-Chancellor explained, and in that capacity, I signed the government cheques. Every piece of government expenditure is signed off by a minister. The last cheque I signed as Lord Commissioner was for £136 billion. Social Security payments, first quarter. Serious money in those days. Signed by this hand, the hand you'll soon be shaking. With the huge cheques, my co-signatory was HM the Queen. So I've shaken Her Majesty's hand too, and that of her husband, the Duke of Edinburgh, good man. The man who said, if ever you see a man opening the car door for his wife, it's either a new car or a new wife. A few years ago, when I was writing a book about the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh, I was invited to join them in the Royal Box at the Royal Variety Performance. You can imagine how much they look forward to that every year. The year I went, the finale was an excerpt from The Full Monty, a show and a movie. If you've seen it, you'll know it's a show about 18 unemployed steelworkers who form a male striptease group like the Chippendales. The Duke of Edinburgh looked to the programme, saw that it was the finale. His spirits soared. Underneath that, he saw that it was the Full Monty. Oh, good, he said, it's the Full Monty. The Full Monty, he kept repeating. I imagine the Full Monty. I imagine it will be a tribute to Field Marshal Montgomery and the Battle of El Alamein. When, nervously looking at the Queen, I explained to the Duke that it was what it was actually going to be, he said, don't worry. She's been to Papua New Guinea. She's seen it all before. So, I bring you enthusiasm and a hand that has signed a cheque for billions and been shaken by the head of state. Yeah, with your degree, there's just 1 degree of separation. And the optional extra that my fellow university chancellors suggested I might bring to the party, well, it was a word or two of shared advice. Never mind the Full Monty. When I was a student, I corresponded with the real Monty. When I was just 20 years of age, I wrote to Field Marshal Montgomery, one of our great wartime generals, and I asked him what qualities he believed to be essential for success in life. His reply was characteristically concise and to the point. 1. Moral courage. Always do what you believe to be right. 2. Complete integrity. No lies, no deceptions, honesty and transparency. 3. Ceaseless hard work. Moral courage, complete integrity, ceaseless hard work. In 7 words, the secrets of success, and I think they chime with the values of the founding fathers of this university. Let me end with advice of a different kind. Advice given by Christopher Robin to Winnie the Pooh. If ever there is tomorrow when we're not together, said Christopher Robin, there is something you must always remember. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. But the most important thing is, even if we're apart, I'll always be with you. I hope the University of Chester will always be with you. The degree you have worked hard to achieve here, the friends you have made here, the memories you take from here. May they always be with you. I once wrote a play about A.A. Milne, the author of Winnie the Pooh, and I became friends with his son, a lovely man, a bookseller, the real Christopher Robin Milne. Christopher Robin. So, in a moment, when you shake my hand, know that you are shaking the hand that shook the hand that held the paw of Winnie the Pooh. Only the University of Chester can give you that.